nose with me. What do you guys think? What do you think about big and bad versus Mr. Bowler? Mr. Bowler, are you ready to show off the road? Let's get it on!
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Walker Stewart. Welcome to Unified Wrestling Oklahoma, live from the Bridge Creek Public Schools. It's time for a Bridge Creek Brawl here in Blanchard, Oklahoma. It seems as though we have our main event set for tonight. The urban legend Drake Gallows will be going one-on-one with the big and bad Blade. Well, folks, making his long-awaited return here to Unified Wrestling Oklahoma, Gemini is in the building. We are starting off hot here tonight, non-title action. Gemini is going to be going one-on-one with a man he is all too familiar with. Well, folks, straight out of Spotlight Drive by way of Detroit, Michigan, the Spotlight Logan Knight is in the building. He's going to be going one-on-one with the man we mentioned earlier on from Planet 9 being Gemini. These two men have faced off countless times in the past all across the state of Oklahoma, but for the very first time, making their way to UWO for some singles competition. Folks, Walker Stewart on the call for this one. This is a singles affair, one-on-one, one fall to a finish to start off here tonight. The Bridge Creek Brawl at Bridge Creek Public Schools in Blanchard, Oklahoma. This crowd is taken very, very quickly to Gemini here tonight. We're gonna see if that's gonna will in his favor toward a victory. Collar and elbow tie-up now between Logan Knight and Gemini. Logan Knight definitely with the power base in this matchup. Going to want to keep things at his own pace if he wants to walk away with a victory. Of course, this is a non-title affair. That is exactly why Logan Knight has made his entrance here on this evening without his newly acquired piece of hardware that he won from Gemini, that being the EPW Heavyweight Championship. Gemini reigned for many a day as EPW Heavyweight Champion. Nevertheless, coming up short to Logan Knight. You have to wonder what that's going to do to the mental game of the man from Planet 9. Now the collar and elbow transition into the side headlock, currently being cinched in and applied directly to the cervical vertebrae of Gemini. Gemini, though, shooting Logan Knight into the ropes, shoulder tackle, and Gemini goes down. Knight, he's calling for it. It's up underneath Gemini, wow. Beautiful athleticism, however, Gemini taking the advantage, hip toss. Logan Knight is looking like he's in trouble right here. Keep in mind, folks, the championship is not on the line. However, Gemini, he's gonna want to pick up the victory here, get back into winning ways. A victory here at Unified Wrestling Oklahoma can have ripple effects all across the state of Oklahoma itself. Gemini wants to get back into that winning position. Now, going for the tilt-a-whirl head scissors. Knight goes down, and Gemini finds himself rolling right now in Blanchard. Gemini out of the corner. What are we going to be seeing here? Pop up. Logan Knight taking control, and he's saying it himself, having the intelligence advantage in his own mind. Is that going to pay true tonight, though? Gemini rolling through, going for the kick. Gemini with the roll-up, just a 1 count. We are seeing consistent back-and-forth action here as Logan Knight is dumped to the outside. Knight's gonna wanna watch out right here. You never know what Gemini has up his sleeve. And maybe I should have said that about Gemini, because Logan Knight with a hot shot right across the ropes. Introducing the neck of Gemini to the top rope, and now Logan Knight taking the advantage, going for the pinning attempt. We might have a victory right here. 2 count there, says our official. Referee Brent Wall, the man adorning, would typically be adorning the stripes, so to speak, but tonight he is in one of our beautiful UWO polos. Logan Knight, look at that, just clawing the back of Gemini. Knight's a very intelligent in-ring competitor, knowing how to use every single aspect of his body as a lethal weapon inside that squared circle, and now just driving the right knee directly into the small of the back. Pulling back, trying to apply the torque onto the man from Planet 9. But Gemini showcasing some inhumane-like resiliency in this matchup. Back to his feet is Gemini. Whip out of the corner, Logan Knight. Trying to regain his bearings, full steam ahead, European uppercut, and Gemini still standing. Knight's gonna have to do a lot more than that if he wants to put a former champion down. Evasive maneuvers by Gemini into the corner, colliding with Knight, and down with the Bulldog. Into the cover right here. 2 count, this matchup still rolls on. Non-title matchup, but this matchup could have championship implications all across the state of Oklahoma, even here in Unified Wrestling Oklahoma. Gemini catching the head of Knight, sending him to the outside. Logan Knight, he's looking worse for wear here. Wait a minute, keep your eye on Gemini through the middle rope. Tope suicida to the outside, and Logan Knight goes down. This crowd here at Bridge Creek Public Schools is electric for Gemini. Trying to take things to the high rent district, high risk, high reward. What are we gonna see here from the top rope? Look at the strength of the spotlight on full display in Blanchard, Oklahoma. Knight into the cover, hook in the outer leg. It's gonna take more than that. And you're starting to see it set in here, folks. The frustration continuing to build in the spotlight. Believing he should have had that matchup won off that phenomenal Ushigoroshi. Nevertheless, Knight still has a lot more to do if you want to put the man from Planet 9 down. Knight, we saw the repeat there. We talked about this man having a phenomenal power advantage in this matchup. Up and down with a high angle suplex. Knight into the cover once more, 2. And 2 is all it will be for the remainder of this one. That's if Gemini has anything to say about it. Knight, he's looking like he's gonna have to re-strategize a little bit here. Come up with a little bit of a different game plan when it comes to facing off against Gemini. Gemini taking the advantage. Up into the corner, but look at this great strength from Logan Knight. As we said, that is going to be the difference maker in this match. The spotlight trying to take things to the skies here. Gemini trying to battle out of it though, utilizing the headbutt. Gemini top rope, rolling through with the blockbuster. And Gemini, you notice, not capable of capitalizing into a pinning attempt. And now, referee Brent Wall has gone into the counts, the standing 10 count. If neither man can make it back to their feet, by the end of this count, this matchup will be declared a no contest, but we are not going to be seeing that here, not between Logan Knight and Gemini. Gemini off the ropes, strike to Knight. It's like a pinball effect inside that ring, folks. It's a dangerous place to be. Logan Knight might be finding out why right now. Back body drop from Knight. Gemini feeling the brunt of that, into the cover, hook in the outer leg. And once again, Gemini finds his way still in this one. Folks, this is our opening contest of the evening. Still to come, our main event, Drake Gallows will be going one-on-one with the former UWO champion Blade. That's still to come. But right now, Gemini, tilt-a-whirl head scissors, taking out Logan Knight. And this is exactly what Gemini has to do, going back to the well, and the well was not dry this time. Might be looking at that sliced bread maneuver, couldn't hit it though. Knight lifting up Gemini down into the sit-out powerbomb. 1, 2. Simply a 2 count. And I'm starting to question exactly what's going through the mind of Gemini. At a certain point, you have to start thinking about the longevity of your career. And Gemini is currently being put through the ringer by the spotlight. Knight, it seems like he has some sort of game plan. You always have to have a game plan going into a former champion everywhere he's gone. The way he is right now against Gemini. But Gemini, in a minute, might be looking for that spliced bread right here. Got it. Into the cover, sit out, weight on the shoulders. And this match is over. A hot crowd, an electric crowd here, live at the Bridge Creek Brawl in Blanchard, Oklahoma. Witnessing Gemini pick up another phenomenal victory against Logan Knight. Folks, what a match. We will be right back with more UWO action coming to you very, very soon. Folks, as we all know, professional wrestling is filled with many an eclectic character. However, none more sinister, confusing, and downright disturbing than the man who has just entered ringside here tonight. Letty is here, making his singles debut in Unified Wrestling Oklahoma. With a 2023 record of 10-15, here in Unified Wrestling, Oklahoma. MLP is here live at the Bridge Creek Brawl. Lenny is a very difficult man to do your homework on, to do your research on, whether you're a professional broadcaster or a professional wrestler. Nevertheless, MLP, a man who is very difficult to miss if you're a regular viewer of Unified Wrestling Oklahoma content. He's been embroiled in a first 250 series. That is a first 250 victories here in UWO against a man who I know is going to be watching this matchup very, very closely, that being the elegant Jason Simon. MLP and Lenny, for some people it might be like staring across into a mirror which shows you the alternate version of yourself, so to speak. These two men, from what I'm aware, very similar yet very different in many a way. Lenny, a very crafted in-ring professional. Now going into the cover. He knows the name of this game, but the name of the game is going to be a 3 count, and Lenny's only earning a 2. I witnessed him on the way to ringside earlier. MLP, always one who loves to showboat, loves to shuck and jive a little bit anytime he gets his opportunity to. When you get to the ring with a man like Lenny, who is currently making his singles debut for Unified Wrestling Oklahoma, you gotta know that it's all about meaning business. The cover once again here for Lenny. Just a 2 count. This matchup still rolls on. Still much more to accomplish in this ring. Beautiful showcase of strength from MLP, but you'll notice that right knee starting to give out on the masked Lucha Libre star straight out of Mexico City, Mexico. Making his way all the way to Blanchard, Oklahoma. What a trip that must have been. But I think MLP is about to send Lenny on a trip of his own. Tornado DDT through the heartland of Tornado Alley into the cover. And a 3 count. This matchup is over. What many may consider a shocking conclusion has just come to fruition here live at Bridge Creek Public Schools in Blanchard, Oklahoma. MLP picks up the victory over Lenny. And I'm sure we're going to be seeing Lenny later on in our main event of the evening, as Blade will go one-on-one with the urban legend Drake Gallows. That's still to come, but ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back with even more UWO action coming up right after this. Ladies and gentlemen, there are some men that are built for war, and there are others who are born for it. The Wolf of War is in the building here tonight, your RDW Iron Man champion. He is going to be putting that championship on the line against a very formidable foe in Leo Fox. Leo Fox, your reigning and defending UWE Apex champion, All-Star Pro Mid-American champion, but will he soon become your new RDW Ironman champion? That is the question here tonight live in Blanchard, Oklahoma. And I don't think anyone is more ready for this matchup than Leo Fox, a man who has been scouting the Wolf of War for the better part of the past 6 months here in Unified Wrestling Oklahoma. Fox entering this matchup with the utmost amount of confidence. Leo Fox is as top tier talent can't get. I've said it before here at Unified Wrestling Oklahoma on the broadcast, but Fox is a man who I know has very, very bright things ahead of him and in store for him in his professional wrestling future. Adding a third championship, a third piece of gold around the waist of the sober slugger will do many, many great things for the career of Leo Fox, but what is Fox doing here? He's having our cameraman follow along. And I believe Leo Fox is laying out the challenge to members of our audience here tonight. This wouldn't be the first time I've called a rock, paper, scissors contest here at Unified Wrestling Oklahoma. I don't think our official has sanctioned this one the way that he has in previous affairs. This is... It seems as though this is a sanctioned rock, paper, scissors contest. But watch out, the Wolf of War is on the attack. Taking it to Leo Fox. Hot shot in this matchup off early. The Wolf of War and Leo Fox. This is, of course, an RDW Ironman Championship matchup. This matchup, the championship can only change hands via a pinfall or submission happening inside that squared circle. Disqualifications and countouts will result in retaining of the RDW Ironman Championship on behalf of that for Wolf of War. Therefore, Leo Fox is going to want to keep this one inside the ring, inside the squared circle. RDW Ironman Championship has been held by many a man of high regard here in Unified Wrestling Oklahoma. First being held by none other than Ricky Wingrave, a man who we'll be seeing in competition later on in the evening against Montego Sika. That's still to come. Whether it's the Wolf of War, Stephen Cruz, Duncan Kincaid, the who's who in RDW Ironman Championship history. Leo Fox wants to not only join that list, but possibly be the last person to ever be added to that list by having the most dominant frontful reign as possible here in UWO. Wolf of War, though, not wanting to allow that to happen. Leo Fox taking it to the Wolf right now. Out of the corner, Irish whip reversed. Fox, you know, that hurt him very, very badly. Now you're starting to see the aggression come out a little bit for Leo Fox. Fox is one of the more destructive competitors, especially if you get on his bad side. I think that Fox and Wolf of War, hold on a minute, into the cover. 1, 2. As I was saying, I happen to believe that there's just a little bit of respect, a little bit of love lost here for Leo Fox and Wolf of War. That might be soon changing as Wolf of War sits right up, almost like that offense had absolutely no effect on it. one in right now. It's one thing you have to commend about the Sober Slugger, about the Lethal One. He walks into every single contest like he's been there before, like he's done it a million times. But keep in mind, folks, Leo Fox has only been competing in ring competition for less than just 2 combined years. He's already won many a championship, both in tag and singles variety here in the state of Oklahoma, and even outside the state of Oklahoma. The Wolf of War trying to keep Fox from adding another championship to that resume. Rear chinlock currently applied. Wolf of War taking the time right now, trying to keep things in good positioning for himself and himself alone, because Wolf of War, there's one thing that it's focused on. He is focused on lengthening his own championship reigns. It's not about anyone else but the Wolf of War in his own mind. Take you back to UWO Parade of Champions back in February, where the Wolf of War defeated Father Padge to win the the RDW Ironman Championship for the 2nd time in his career. But Fox and War colliding in the center of the ring. Both men are down, and now we are at a standing 10 count. Are we gonna see the fruition of the 10? That is yet to come. Wait a minute. That's the Bridge Creek Middle School's mascot. Now, what is the Bridge Creek Middle School's mascot doing here? The Wolf of War seems just as confused as I am. It seems as though the Wolf not taking too kindly to the antics of Bridge Creek's representation here. Leo Fox double underhook into the butterfly DDT. Cover, 1, 2, 3. We have a new RDW Ironman champion. Well, folks, anything can happen and everything will happen in UWO. We have a new RDW Ironman champion, Lethal Leo Fox. I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, folks, but I believe that this is a new record being set in the state of Oklahoma, holding 3 singles championships, 3 different companies at the exact same time. Folks, Lethal Leo Fox is on a roll. We will be right back with more UWO action coming to you right after this. making his way down to ringside tonight and not exactly drawing the appreciation of the Bridge Creek Public School fanfare. It is the OG of Oklahoma, Montego Sika. And he is going to be taking on a very formidable competitor. And that's to come right now. Whether it's through the crowd or through the entryway, one thing stays consistent. The land of 1,000 fights knows no known location. Ricky Wingrave is here tonight, live in Blanchard, Oklahoma, in front of a jam-packed crowd. Wingrave and Montego Sika, two men that I know have had some bouts in the past, some form of interaction. However, very little to come in the singles variety. Tego, the veteran of this in-ring affair, this matchup that we are going to witness. Ricky Wingrave, definitely considered to be the young, spry upstart, so to speak, in comparison to that of Tego. Nevertheless, don't let Tego's age and experience advantage fool you. He is one of the roughest and toughest competitors that you will find in the state. That's why he is known as the OG of Oklahoma. Saying, I have you outsmarted. I have your game in the back of my mind, Ricky Wingrave. Well, folks, we might be in Bizarro world tonight. Seems as though the OG of Oklahoma has many supporters here. I think I can accurately and honestly say not the reaction Ricky Wingrave was expecting here. And now we come to our matchup, and you have to wonder, does this pay dividends for the mental game of Montego Sika here tonight? Usually Tego enters matchups like this, not exactly being the fan favorite, so to speak, and he typically gets the job done. Imagine the power that comes behind Tego when he has the UWO faithful by his side. We're going to see if that has any impact here tonight for Ricky Wingrave or Montego Sika. On the alternative to that, Ricky Wingrave might feel like he has something to prove here tonight. His first time in in-ring competition for UWO. The better part of a few months. Hasn't exactly gotten along with the legs of UWO official and owner, referee Brent Wall. Test of strength here, but it's not exactly something that Ricky would consider to be in the forefront of his arsenal, so to speak. A difference in the reach and the height advantage, and Tego taking control of the knee strike to the gut. Has that power advantage over Tigo. Starting to see it now with the suplex cover, hooking it deep. Just a 1 count though. Tigo, we talked about that veteran's advantage, which he does have. It's going to take more than that if you want to outsmart or overpower the OG of Oklahoma. Ricky Wingrave, he might have been going for that great sword or a variation of it, but Tigo, he has a sword of his own and he knows how to utilize it. Sika into the cover, 2. Just the 2 count. This match rolls on, and now Sika delivering these clubbing blows to the back of Ricky Wingrave. Wingrave, despite being as powerful as he is, a man's tank only runs for so long. Tigo is going to try and find ways to empty that tank. Choking the life out of Wingrave is going to make it hard if you cut off that breathing apparatus to fill your body with the oxygen necessary to continue in a matchup like this. Devastating chop to Ricky Wingrave. Chop once again across the chest. It looks like we might be seeing a three-peat right here. Will we see it from the OG? Tucking underneath is Ricky, though. Maintaining these body blows, these strikes. Wingrave barreling out of the corner. Splash onto Tigo. Full control here for the Ace of Blades. DDT. Spiking Tigo into the center of the canvas. Cover here, 1, 2. Referee count is 2.
That's my guy. I'm not going against you, I'm going against him. I'm happy with either outcome, but I'm still
Starting to see it now between Montego, Sika, and Ricky Wingrave. Devastating offense, drop kick right to the shoulder in the jaw of Ricky Wingrave. 2 feet going 2 different directions into the cover, 1, 2. And you gotta give it up for Ricky Wingrave, having the in-ring IQ. His awareness levels have been upgraded here tonight. Knowing exactly where he is inside that ring, utilizing the rope for the rope break. This matchup cannot end if one member of this matchup's body is underneath or touching any of the ropes. Back and forth it goes. Ricky Wingrave seemingly unfazed by any of it, though. The man from the land of 1,000 fights taking it to Tigo. Off the ropes goes Tigo. Big shoulder tackle. Wingrave sends him down hard. Got him with the spinning back elbow on a roll right now is Wingrave. Can Tigo find a way to counteract it? Uppercut sending Tigo down. Looking into the cover. Is it a little too soon, though? Survey says yes. This matchup still rolls on. middle turnbuckle. We've seen this become signature of the Ace of Blades. Throwing these clubbing blows, the strikes to the back of the neck, the head of Tigo. And utilizing this as an exclamation point. This is absolutely devastating. Wingrave coming at this. Trying to get that front chancery locked in. Tigo, can he do it? Super kick, utilizing the arm to trap Wingrave into that one. Folks, this is our semi-main event of the evening. This matchup could have championship implications. Wingrave is completely aware of this. Montego Seco just the same. Seco's tired of having people tell him that he doesn't have what it takes anymore, that he might not have enough left in the tank. There was a period of time just earlier on in the year to half a year ago where Tigo was very much considering an early exit, a retirement from professional wrestling. But something inside him told him that he had to continue. Montego Seco looking to pick up the victory right here, and I gotta be honest with you folks, Ricky Wingrave, from my general opinion, is looking worse for wear, like he doesn't have much longer in this matchup. You can see the lack of oxygen starting to get to the Ace of Blades, and now I think Ricky Wingrave is fading here. Wait a minute. Wingrave is coming back into this one. A little bit of life left for the Ace of Blades. Off the ropes. Whips into the ropes, ducking underneath. Got him with the great sword. But Wingrave, is it enough? Does he have enough energy left to capitalize off the great sword? He's put many men away with this one. It is return to UWO action. Do we have a victor? No. And Wingrave, the frustration continuing to build. It's a difficult position to be in inside the squared circle, knowing that you have given it your absolute best, your absolute all. But is there more where that came from for Wingrave? Tigo trying to blind his opponent, trying to isolate his abilities, keep him inside the center of that ring. Tigo, it's not often that we see this. Ascending the turnbuckle, high-risk offense in store. It's like salt in the wounds for the Ace of Blades. Tigo, elbow drop out of the way is Ricky Wingrave though, and he has a great opportunity. The separation created, it might just be enough. The great sword turning Tigo inside out into the cover. 2, 3, and this matchup is over. After a hard-fought victory, a return to in-ring action, Ricky Wingrave finds himself with the winner's purse for the first time in quite a long time here at Unified Wrestling Oklahoma. You have to wonder what the future lies in store for the Ace of Blades and for the OG of Oklahoma himself. Trying to extend the olive branch. And a great showcase of respect here live at Bridge Creek Public Schools in Blanchard, Oklahoma. But folks, that's not all. We are getting set for our main event of the evening, where the urban legend Drake Gallows will be battling the former UWO heavyweight champion Blade in singles competition. That's still to come, and we'll be right back with more UWO action.
Thank you for letting us be out here today. After your main event, there will be a chance for meet and greets. Thank you for letting us be here. Appreciate it. Well, let's end this tonight.
Folks, the big and bad Blade has made his way to UWO, and it looks like Blade has something to say to the people of Blanchard, Oklahoma.
Listen here. I mean, I can stand here all day until you stop those punks shut up. So here's what I'm gonna tell you. I'm fixing to be in that ring. I'm gonna take this trick coat off that actually says big and bad on it. And I'm gonna proceed to take the blood out of Drake freaking Gallows.
Ladies and gentlemen, strong words here tonight from the big and bad Blade. But we are about to meet his opponent, who is making his return to UWO here tonight live in Blanchard, Oklahoma. Urban legend Drake Gallows taking on Blade one-on-one in this matchup tonight. It is our main event of the evening. Drake Gallows, no stranger to Bridge Creek Public Schools or Blanchard, Oklahoma, to be specific. Gallows, though, this is his first time that he has wrestled in in-ring competition in the singles variety in quite a long time here in Unified Wrestling Oklahoma. More specifically against Blade in UWO. I want to take you back to just a few years ago. These two men were battling it out for the UWO championship, and Drake Gallows was never able to get the best of Blade. Gallows ascending to the top, a moonsault to the outside, taking down all members of this matchup. And this crowd is going crazy for the urban legend. Drake Gallows is down to Blade and Lenny, two men who are hard to keep at bay. Gallows now calling for it. Tope suicida to the outside, but Blade utilizing the man who accompanied him to ringside here tonight in Lenny as some form of shield. And now Blade has turned the tides in his favor. This just goes to show you folks, you can pull out the more impressive maneuvers, you can pull out the bigger and harder hitting strikes. But if an opponent has your number in the intelligence game, he is going to walk away the victor. It's all about wrestling smart here for Blade. Blade and Gallows battling all around the UWO arena here tonight at Bridge Creek Public Schools. You'll see Principal McCormick in the background, paying witness to this. He was the one who made the matchup official. And Gallows just sent careening head first into that wall. Retaining wall for the gymnasium here in Bridge Creek Public Schools. Blade once again sending Gallows. Gosh, you can't feel good if you're the urban legend right now. Blade is looking to make quick work of his opponent here. And if you're looking here, folks, Drake Gallows is tens of feet away. By my guesstimation, 40 or 50 feet potentially away from the ringside area. Gallows is gonna have to find a way to get back into this ring if he wants this matchup to roll on, if he wants this matchup to continue. Referee at a count of 4. Gallows slowly but surely trying to make his way back to that ring. Can he do it? Gallows back in, Blade remaining on the attack. You'll notice this, ladies and gentlemen. Blade, no matter what, always finds a way to continue on the attack of his opponents. Very talented in-ring competitor, the first ever UWO heavyweight champion, Blade. Defended that championship against many a men, holding it for well over 6 months, did Blade, before losing it to our current UWO champion, that man being Christopher Morrison. Folks, this matchup has no time limit. One fall to a finish. And Blade is going to take all of the time he deems necessary to pick up a victory over Drake Gallows. Gallows up against the corner right now. Massive overhand strike. You'll hear that one echo all throughout the building here. Folks, it's almost hard to find something to say to justify the brutality Blade is putting in on Drake Gallows right now. It is absolutely devastating to see what this man is capable of accomplishing. It's hard to even call him a man, a monster. One of the utmost devastating individuals to ever step foot into a UWO ring is taking it to the heart and soul of Unified Wrestling Oklahoma right now. Gallows now out to the ring apron, trying to send him outside in. That hits just the way Blade wanted. Gosh, folks, it's hard to watch. Fresh off of an ankle injury is Drake Gallows. This is very difficult to witness, but Gallows finding a way to come back, unleashing lefts and rights, back and forth. He's gonna hit it. Double poke to the eyes from Gallows, trying to fight fire with fire. And it all comes crumbling down for the urban legend, Blade, as we said earlier on, taking his time. That is exactly what he's done in the past. That is exactly what he's gonna have to continue to do if he wants to walk away with a victory. But a victory for Blade is completely set in stone at this point. Leg drop from Blade, hooking into the cover. 1, 2. 2 count, this match still rolls on. Blade keeping it together now, trying to keep things at a frenetic pace. Gallows out of the corner, hits him with the clothesline. Feeding off the energy of the Blanchard faithful. Could he be going for the three-peat? We might be seeing it right here. The urban legend, full head of steam and landing directly on the back of his own neck. Blade doesn't even have to touch you for him to put his force, his impact into motion. This is, good God. Ascending to the middle rope, a place that we don't often see him. You'll notice that he's struggling a little bit. Blade, like we said before, not actually used to consistently finding airtime here in UWO. No need to clear the runways though, because the urban legend is on the attack. Blade might have taken a little bit too long on that one. Gallows up to the top. What are we gonna see here? What is Gallows thinking right now? Sunset flip power bomb, taking Blade down off his feet. That might be one of the first times in this matchup, in this juncture, that we have seen Drake Gallows take Blade down. This is our main event of the evening. Gallows trying to find a way to keep on the attack, but he just does not have the energy. He does not have the strength. Separation created, though. It might be all that Gallows needed. The urban legend has his sights set on Blade. Super kick. Blade stays standing. He's calling for it right now. Gallows, clear the airways, and wait a minute. Referee Brent Wall has been taken out. Being put right in the direction of Drake Gallows' flight path, up and down the two-handed choke bomb. But there is no official to make the count. There is no one who is capable of ending this matchup right now. Brent Wall has been completely isolated. We don't have an official decision. We don't even have an official. Wait a minute, this isn't even, he's not even a licensed referee. Principal McCormick has donned the referee attire, and it seems as though legalities are in place. McCormick is our official for the remainder of this matchup. Choke slam from Blade. Into the cover. 1, 2. And Gallows has it in him somehow, still left to kick out. And Blade, I mean, this is a man that you don't want to get on the wrong side of. Very frustrated against Principal McCormick. McCormick's only doing his job, a job that he's only just now learned he's capable of doing. Wait a minute, McCormick shoving Blade over. Gallows into the cover. 1, 2, 3, we have a winner. This might be the most electric UWO crowd I have ever heard. The urban legend finds a way to get the job done tonight. Drake Gallows. Principal McCormick, folks, this has been a night to remember. UWO's Bridge Creek Brawl is done and in the books. Drake Gallows walks away your victor. Folks, we will see you next time for more UWO action live all across the Oklahoma metro area. Check us out, patreon.com/Unified Wrestling Oklahoma. Instagram @UW Oklahoma, Facebook, UWO, and of course, folks, I have been Walker Stewart. We'll be right back with more Unified Wrestling Oklahoma coming up at a later date. We will see you next time for more UWO action.